you're here. Yeah, we're so glad you're here. Oh, we're so glad to be together in unity.
Haven of peace. So welcome home. If we can answer any questions, don't ask Susan because she doesn't know everything.
And don't ask
And
Leah.
don't ask me because I don't know everything.
Who does that leave?
Be sure and
Oh.
ask Kayla. She knows everything. Be sure and let us know if we can answer any questions for you or help you out at all. All right.
All right. Well, we're talking about the decade of what's happening now. That's where we're at. We've traveled through the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. Now we're finally up to date. Right? We're in the present moment. It's a beautiful thing. And so lots of important stuff happened,
Yeah.
over the last 10, 12 years. In 2013, you remember the Harlem Shakes? The Harlem Shake? There were schools and offices and sports teams and families that were filming themselves standing around normally, and then suddenly they would start dancing like lunatics once the beat started. And it became a global video craze. How many remember that? How many were born before 2013? Oh, okay, all right. And then another thing happened in 2013, the cronut. You remember that? Yeah, we have one fan. It's the cross between croissants and donuts.
Yes.
They finally brought two things together. We've been waiting centuries for this breakthrough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there was also the contest of who has the best chicken biscuit. Do you remember that one? I remember going by Popeyes, and the line was all the way down the road with people waiting on the Popeyes chicken biscuit.
Yeah. And we were like, what's going on? And then there was in 2014, there was the ice bucket challenge. Do you remember that, where people were being challenged to pour a bucket of ice on themselves and to do it on social media? And that actually turned out to be a really positive thing because they wound up raising over $100 million for ALS with that little gimmick. So that was great. And what about 2015 with the dress?
Yeah. Was it blue and black or white and gold? How many remember that?
Remember that? Different people saw this dress and saw different things?
Yeah. So
2015, man buns made a big appearance.
It's just like men everywhere suddenly decided we need a little round bun on top of our head.
That's right.
So, 2016, we had some people. I remember back out here walking around on the property, and they had their little phones with them, and they're saying, "There's a Charizard over there."
Charizard, come
Charizard. I don't know. And this was the Pokemon Go phenomenon.
Yeah.
You remember that? Yeah, that was big.
And then in 2017, fidget spinners came out. Those are really popular now. And then in 2020, we had Zoom Life. And "you're on mute" became one of the defining sentences
You're on
civilization,
mute.
right?
You're unmute.
And that same year, we also experienced toilet paper mania.
Yeah.
Do you remember going to the grocery store trying to find toilet paper?
And my favorite was the great sourdough era.
Began.
You know, how many like sourdough? Leah really got into it. There were people online who are actually getting using starter that had been started 100 years ago. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
So we didn't get into that, but anyway, it was very good.
Yeah.
And she did it for a long time, and it was so delicious. And then she just she was done. So now I have to buy it at the store. Or make it myself, right?
Yeah, he's buying it at the store.
I'm buying it at the store. You're right.
Yeah.
And then there was the It's Corn.
See, I didn't know that one either.
It's a little boy who's enthusiastically is explaining his love of corn and became an internet sensation. It's corn! Anybody here remember that?
I don't remember that.
Oh, yep, there's a few. All right. Maybe it was too corny for some of you. I don't know. And Mudang from 2024. Remember Mudang? Ah, you remember. Oh, I thought, man, I got some agreement here. It was a baby pygmy rhino.
Hippo.
What did I
It was
say?
a hippo. You
Hippo.
said rhino. It
Yeah.
was a hippo.
In Thailand, who became an international celebrity largely because she was so adorable, round, damp, and perpetually looked like she was slightly annoyed. But people loved her, right? And then there was the mysterious Mandela effect. Say with me, ooh. Mandela.
Have you heard about
effect.
that one?
Was it
Some
Bernstein or Bernstein bears? She said Bernstein.
Was
Yeah.
it Jif or Jiffy peanut butter?
Was it Fruit of the Loom cornucopia or no cornucopia? I remember the cornucopia.
Did the Monopoly guy have a monocle or no? Mm-hmm. Lots
doesn't
of
have one
opinions
now.
about this. Very strong. And then there was my favorite thing. There was the skinny jean era, not my favorite, that moved to the mom jean phase, which I really liked, and then it moved to the wide leg jean phase. And now we're kind of like, I don't know, whatever goes. We're all of those. So anyway, apparently the circumference of our pant legs remains one of civilization's most primary methods of determining whether we're old, because the wider your pant legs get, I guess. I don't know.
Anybody here have Crocs?
I don't know.
Everybody started wearing Crocs there, during the pandemic because it was so easy to do.
Uh-huh.
High-waisted
And yoga pants.
Yoga pants. Ugly Christmas sweaters. And people spent hours watching TikTok videos.
Yeah.
Days. And did you ever watch any of the Get Ready With Me videos? That's where a person's sitting there, they're getting ready, they're putting their makeup on, and they're putting their hair wig on, or whatever they do. Oh, okay. And then they're talking about politics, So, okay, whatever.
So there was a lot that happened in 14 years' time.
Yeah.
A lot.
Marvel superhero movies took over.
Yeah.
And we were binge watching.
Oh, yeah.
You ask people, what did you do this weekend? Well, I watched 14 hours of television. Oh, good. So you finished season 2, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun, right?
We did.
Yeah. There was some distractions, some good,
did.
positive distractions.
We did.
And so, but if we look at the whole of history, we see some very interesting things. What were we really learning? And a deeper spiritual pattern began to emerge. This era has not been about discovering something new as much as it's been integrating everything that we've learned before, right? We have been invited to mature. Let's say it together. I'm adulting.
We became connected technologically, but in a lot of ways, we became a whole lot less connected in person. We became a less connected humanity. We gained access to all of this information, but at the same time, we became increasingly unsure about the information that we were hearing, whether it could be trusted or not. And we developed extraordinary tools for communication, and yet somehow we're in a place where we have a lot of issues communicating with one another. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I had to whisper something secret to her there for a second. No, it's a secret.
It's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're using different notes. I said, wait a minute, you're not where I'm at.
See, here's what happens. We work on the talks together during the week, and he puts things together and sends it to me, and I add what I've investigated and what I've figured out, and I send it back to him, and we do this over the course of the week. And sometimes my points drift.
I don't know anything about that.
And that's okay. So I think I decided this morning I was going to have my last revision where my stuff didn't drift, in case there was something else I wanted to add to the conversation.
Okay. So what was the core lesson? The core lesson in this whole thing has been that everything is connected and everything matters. Everything matters, right? It all matters. No nation, economy, ecosystem, or individual truly exists in isolation, right? Yeah. The world has become, and already was, one living organism, a whole system that is interdependent. And in Genesis, it tells us that humanity was given the responsibility for the stewardship of the earth and to take care of it. I know that's part of our job, right? So some of the other major themes, I don't know if you have this one or not. Oh, okay.
That's okay.
I'm joking now. But authenticity over appearance. See, social media encourage people to present perfect lives. Because when you're in front of a camera, you want to be your best. Unless you're on a reality show and then you want to, be dramatic.
That's right.
Want to stir the pot. And so people begin to reject perfectionism in favor of authenticity. How many just want to be real? Right? Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Be who you've come here to be. We've got to stop trying to be something that we're not.
Yeah.
Because here's the beauty of it. We're trying to change, which there's nothing wrong with. Tell the person next to you, say, you really need to change. But I'm okay with you as you are. Right?
So another thing, in this social media world, one of the things that I touched on, that I was relaying last week about this story I read where a woman had a Instagram account and she was a homesteader and she was showing everyone this homesteading life that she was living, but that wasn't her reality. She had become so big that she had someone come in and take all of the pictures in this created room of her house and created this false sense of who she was that people bought into.
I don't even think she ate organic food, did she?
I don't know. But in this environment, what has happened with social media is there's also been a little bit of a sense of anonymity that has come along with it. And in these environments, we begin disagreeing with one another and posting things that were divisive and responding because we thought, nobody knows who I am. I'm just out here in cyber world responding. There was this sense of, anonymity with it, as well as being inauthentic. And so, we have disagreed as a humanity since the beginning of time. There's always little disagreements. Disagreements are not an issue. What becomes the issue and what we should really be concerned about spiritually is when we go online and we demonize other people. And we engage in the enhancing of or the creating of an us and them. And that's one of the things that, social media, as well as all of the good stuff that has
that's
been brought.
the shadow side.
That's the shadow side
of it. Yeah. But over on the other hand, people begin to value vulnerability,
Yeah.
honesty, emotional intelligence, genuine relationships. Because if you're not being your true self, if I'm not being my true self and I'm trying to be in a relationship with her and she's not being her true self, then you have two people who are not being real, who are not being their true selves. So you're not really in a relationship with who she really is. And she's not really in a relationship with me.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a relationship with this projection of who we believe that they are, rather than the true person.
Yeah.
Your true self is more powerful than your projected self. Say it with me, aha.
And so much of our projected self has come about from childhood trauma, right? From anxiety that we've experienced, from depression, PTSD. There are a lot of people walking around with PTSD that don't even know that that's what they have. But one of the things that has happened that's been a good thing is that those topics have entered the public conversation arena.
Right.
We talk about those things a little bit more openly. Mental health, once looked at as, a stigmatization, is slowly being destigmatized. So at least the conversation has opened, and we're looking for ways that we can do a collective healing and individual healing around these different things.
Well, people are more willing to talk about PTSD,
Mm-hmm.
childhood traumas, anxiety. How many know that everybody has anxiety at some level, right? We need to talk about it, because if you're trying to hold it in, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Depression. When you're depressed, sometimes we just crawl into the cave. We need to reach out to somebody, talk to somebody.
Yeah.
It's important. Addiction. People are talking about their addictions now. Grief. Are you still grieving? It's okay to grieve.
Yeah.
There are many losses that will come in your life while you're on this planet. There will be many losses, and it's okay to grieve each and every one of those losses.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's how you move the energy through you. It's emotion, energy in motion. Right? Neurodiversity. We're talking about that now. And I'm just beginning to understand it a little better. Yeah. And it's amazing, right? Because it helps me to understand my fellow human being. Yeah. Because they present differently than I do, doesn't mean that they are wrong. And it doesn't mean that I'm wrong because I present a little differently. Make sense? It's just we're all different. Because the Creator believes in diversity. Say it with me, obviously. So we ask each other, rather than what's wrong with you, I mean, that's harsh, right? It's kind of harsh, isn't it? But we're starting to ask, hey, what's going on with you? What's happening? What's going on? And just allow people to express where they're at. Isn't that beautiful? When you can sit down, this might be the most important thing I say today.
Okay.
If you can sit down with somebody and share your heart and not be condemned or judged, but be loved and appreciated, it's one of the most healing things you can do for another person. To be that listening presence, right? Because you don't have to take it in and make it your problem or your challenge. You can just breathe with them. You can cry with them. You can laugh with them. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay. There was a book that was written years ago that says, I'm okay. You're okay. And then there was another book written, I'm not okay and you're not okay. Okay? Okay.
Another part of that people are experiencing a lot of is loneliness.
Yeah.
So much to the point that the U.S. Surgeon General came out and made a statement about it and said that social connection is a significant health issue because people need connection. And 200 followers on Facebook or 2,000 followers on Facebook does not insinuate connection. And we lost a lot of that over the last several years. And so that's another one of those, people experiencing that on a lot of levels.
And to go along with that, every day you need some hugs. Not just a quick pat on the back, but just at least 6 seconds. They say that there's something that happens. You feel that warmth. There's an exchange of energy that happens.
Yeah.
A good 6-second hug.
Yeah.
Right? Now, if you can get 10 seconds or 20 seconds, that's even better. But 6 seconds is what you need. You see what I mean? So
the World Health Organization reported that in the first year of the pandemic, anxiety and depression increased by 25%. And a lot of that still exists and contributes to the PTSD that a lot of people are dealing with now. So when we meet people, coming back to that question about what's wrong with you, there's a lot going on with people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of layers and things that we are not privy to. And so that question of what's happening to you, what's going on with you, or what happened to you, is just such a softer approach with people to make that compassionate connection. And what can we do to help alleviate the loneliness of our fellow humans walking this planet? I think
so you know what we did? We created artificial intelligence.
Oh, well.
But AI may be the greatest technological development since electricity. Now, ironically, AI is forcing humanity to ask, what makes us human? I mean, sometimes you need a counterpoint in order to understand something. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
If a computer can write, paint, compose, diagnose, then what is it that a human does? A human has compassion.
Mm-hmm.
A robot can't do that. Wisdom. Do you have wise people in your life? You need wise people in your life.
Yeah.
Creativity. Wow. Intuition. I don't know how I knew that, but I just knew. Ethics and morality. AI doesn't have that. It has whatever we put into it. So we need ethics and morality, right? To put into it, because AI is just a reflector back to us what we believe about ourselves. Say with me, oh. And a robot can't love you. I know that there are people, who have relationships with their AI now. How you doing? I'm doing fine. Except it doesn't have the robot voice anymore, which I kind of miss. They talk like you or whatever voice you want them to. I think mine has a British accent. It's kind of cool.
You don't have a
Not,
robot.
but I'm talking about AI, the audio, the vocal.
No.
But it's not we're not in a romantic relationship.
So,
Because wait a minute, I'm trying to make a point. Can you give me another 5 seconds? All right. So basically, if you want romance and you talk to AI will just reflect that back to you. It's not because AI can see, oh, you look so good today. AI can't see you. Right? AI can't have compassion. All it can do is reflect back what we have programmed into it. Make sense?
yeah, so my question for you
Yes.
is, how do you know this?
It's called common sense.
Well, I don't know about that.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. I just wondered what you were doing. So, people.
I'm just trying to say that you can't be in a romantic relationship with a thing.
No, with a robot, nor
Because really it's yourself.
nor AI. Because
Right.
what's happening is there's this whole thing developing where people are using AI as a reflection tool. They're going on and they're having conversations with it, and they feel
Which is not
like
a bad thing.
they feel like they're getting input from God. But see, when you're engaging with that, it's reflecting back everything it's a machine learning, right? Learning you, and it's learning how to talk to you and how to relate to you or whatever. And so there's some technology that's going to give us some real challenges and opportunities on the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one of the challenges is that our computer technology and our AI tech needs something called data centers. That, by the way, create electronic waste. Where do devices go to die? You ever wonder about that? Mountains of old TVs, of old iPads and old computers, and where is it going? These are some of the things we need to be thinking about. Did you know that a server typically lasts only 3 to 6 years? All right? AI accelerators often become obsolete even faster. And they're constantly replacing millions of chips on a regular basis, which costs billions of dollars. So right now, data centers take up lots of space and use a lot of electricity and water. And what they're doing is they're building more and more and more without any pre-planning, without using what? Wisdom. Wisdom. How many know that we need to think some of this stuff through? Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So how do we balance it? Well, there's some data centers that use renewable resources like solar and wind. And they're recycling the water rather than wasting the water because it takes a lot of water to cool the systems. How many know that we need to recycle the water? How many know that you need a drink sometimes? Your body is what? 70% water? So we need the water. So, but even if you ask AI, in which I did, AI says, no, don't do it that way. You need to renew, you need to recycle. Because if you don't, you're just going to create problems for yourself, right?
Mm.
Did you know that right now in South Carolina, our state is offering deals to corporations, free taxes to come and build your data centers here, right? So there's very little regulation. There are very few rules, not even guidelines for these companies. Now, some of the good news is that some of the major players like Meta, Google, Amazon, Microsoft are taking it upon themselves to try and to become more and more using renewable resources because they know that they're only going to hurt themselves if they don't. They're only going to hurt the planet. They're only going to hurt people, right? So this is very important. And believe it or not, China is on the cutting edge of this stuff. I was watching a video the other day, and the little kids were playing with the security robots in the street. And they have switched from fossil fuel automobiles to electric. And they have invented or created a new sodium battery, which is different than the lithium battery. How many are with me? I know I'm not saying anything funny right now. But a sodium battery rather than lithium. Did you know that the Carolina Mountains is chock full of lithium? And there's a lot of people that want to get to it. You know, so these are just some things we have to talk about, that we need to use wisdom, right? How many know there's ways to do things? There's a right way to do things that is helpful and healthy and compassionate. We can't forget our humanity.
Yeah.
It's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And when it comes to things like AI and advanced technology, rather than being moved from a place of fear about all of it, we want to just hold it in prayer. Move from a place of curiosity, asking questions, wondering about it, and doing our own research about things.
Yeah.
Don't take someone else's word for something. Do your own research about things. So you will hear it said that, oh, every time you get on, whatever the AI is, and you put in a prompt that it's consuming all this energy. Well, when one person does that, not so much. But when we have an entire planet that's doing that, then that's a major drain, and one in which our electrical grid systems and so forth is not necessarily ready to handle. So we need to think about things beyond just, oh, it's quick for me to sit down and just put together this task of things to do, and I'll use AI. Can you write that task of things yourself and not contribute to? We just need to think about things on a little deeper level with a little bit more self-reflection and self-responsibility when looking at all of these advances that are coming down the pipeline to us, right? Because we're kind of in that society where everything is instantaneous.
Right.
And it's just on us so fast, it's almost like we don't even have time to stop and ponder it or consider or think. And I guarantee you that the generations that are coming down will really appreciate it if we will take time to stop and think and ponder and plan instead of just throwing things up willy-nilly.
Well, we need discernment because information is not wisdom.
Right.
Right? Wisdom is how you use it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the practical application.
Yeah.
So we're at the end of blind authority. People are no longer willing to put up with people just because they say, I'm in charge. People want a life that is good, right? People want to live in a peaceful world. Don't you? So that's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the end of secrecy. No more secrets. Let's say it together. No more secrets. Release all the files.
About everything.
Right? I want to know, are there aliens out there that want to say hello? Right? Is there hidden technology and secret laboratories that we don't know about? Are they manipulating our weather?
They?
They?
Who are they?
Who are they? You know, let's get it all out in the open. And how many know that means your and my secrets too? Say it with me. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So, and then we're also valuing community more.
Yeah.
That's a lesson that I learned. How about you? It's just not about me. It's about us.
Mm-hmm.
It's about us. And peace is essential. Peace is essential. We've got to take care of the earth, you know?
Yeah.
Diversity is strength. I love all the different kinds of foods. I grew up eating meat and potatoes. And I love meat, still love meat and potatoes, you know. But now I can have a little Thai. How many here love Thai? Yeah, I love Thai. I love Asian food. I love Mexican food. Leah loves Mexican food. If you want to get on her good side, take her to a Mexican restaurant. Works for me anyway. And people want meaning.
Yeah. You know, next week we're going to wrap up this series by looking at what the future holds. And someone made a comment in the last couple weeks about our youth. And I was thinking about how inspired I am by the youth, the generation that's coming up, because so many of the things that older folks grew up with, ideas, belief structures, they don't have those. They're open to neurodiversity. They're open to their friends being different. They're open to taking care of the earth. They're open to what does my future look like. I have a lot of hope in our kids. I think some fantastic things are coming as some of the old regimen moves aside and fresh, young ideas come to the forefront. I think it's going to be an exciting time. So when we look at the current state of things, we might be tempted to say, "Oh my goodness, everything is in a mess. Everything I've ever known to be a certain way is in chaos." I would say that's a good thing, because that's what has to happen for something new to be birthed. And we're ready for something new.
Yeah.
And so our part in that is just holding all of this in sacred space. Did you know that truly everything is unfolding for our highest and best good? Let me say that again. Everything is unfolding for our highest and best good. Yeah, hallelujah. We can go to bed at night and put our head on that pillow knowing that everything is evolving for our highest and best good. And it's so important to take care of our own state
Absolutely.
of peace.
Absolutely.
Take care of your own peace.
Yeah.
There's so much, and because things are moving at an astonishing rate, right? The 50s, when we went through that, it was kind of slow. You could talk about, now things are just moving so rapidly. So There's a handout, and it's a little different than the ones I've put together the past few weeks of this series. I've listed the shadows of the era of this particular 14-year span that we've been talking about, but I've also put the unity principles that are the antidote to those shadows. So pick one up and mull over it this week. And think about, in preparation for coming next week, what is our world going to look like? What are we going to co-create together?
Yeah.
Chew on that this week.
All right. We're going to turn down the lights now. I just invite you to get comfortable right where you're at. Just take in a breath. Sometimes life can be a lot. It's a lot. People, things, beliefs, ideas. That's why it's important that we learn how to get still and just be right here, right now. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. I know you got stuff to do, but that's later. Right now, just take a breath and breathe. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am, that I am. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am, that I am God.
Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am, that I am. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know that I am, that I am God.
Be still and know. Be still and know. Just be still and know that I am, that I am. Be still and know Be still and know. Be still and know that I am, that I am God. So you're invited to take a breath. And in this moment, just breathe easy. Just an easy breath. Your body responds so beautifully. Sometimes you just let your body do whatever it needs to do. Maybe you just need to put your hands in your lap. Those busy hands, maybe you've been really busy this week. And just allow for that stillness in your hands. Just begin to sense and feel the energy and the life, the presence in your hands. You have beautiful hands. You use your hands to feed yourself. You use your hands to help others, to give hugs, to reach out and to lift someone else up. You have holy hands. Your body is sacred. You are the living temple of Spirit. Just allow yourself to feel that and to know that within your being, that my body is sacred. And that love lives here. Love, divine love lives in me. And when I let my guard down, it starts to come through me, through my words, through my eyes, through my hands, through my body. I am a divine expression of love's presence. I am here now to be of service. I am here now to live a good life, to do something meaningful and on purpose, to make a difference in my life and in the life of others. I'm here to do good. And I'm here to learn wisdom and discernment every day. Without judging, I'm learning how to discern what's truly effective, what really works, what's truly helpful. I'm growing, I'm changing, and I'm grateful for that. I'm learning my lessons. There will come a moment where that you have learned everything that you need. You've had all the experiences. All the relationships. And there'll come a point to where you'll take all of that and move and transition into a wider, larger, beautiful experience in God. And you'll take with you all that you've learned, all of your experiences, all the growth, all the love. This is what I learned. This is what I did. So right now, here we are. And my prayer for you today is that you will be able to shine your gift into the world. more and more and more. If you know of someone that you would like to pray for in this moment, a friend, neighbor, maybe even yourself, whoever that it is, I invite you just to whisper a prayer for them, for yourself, for the situation, whatever it is. And then as you pray, turn it over. Let it go. Let God handle it. Let God do it. You do your part, and let God do the God part. In this moment, we also give thanks for all the lessons that we've been learning through the decades. There's been a lot. It's been a lot. But we're still here. And we're beginning to apply what we've learned. And we're grateful. We're grateful for it all. We are grateful. We speak a blessing over this community in each and every soul, in every life, that we're all part of each other. And we're all doing our best. And we're grateful for each other. Just feel that gratitude this morning. Gratitude for your family, for all your friends, for your work. Just gratitude for everything. What a beautiful, beautiful thing it is to give thanks and to appreciate. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. So let's hang out for just a moment in the silence. For just a moment. Let's take a deep breath. In the name of the sacred and all that is good, we say, so be it. And so it is. All right. Thank you for your prayers this morning. Really appreciate it. Okay.